What is up, guys? It's me, Red, and today I've got a kind of special video. So really quick, there's one thing I want to address. I'm going to be changing my uploading schedule from one video a day to one video every other day, because even though it's summer vacation, I'm running into things that I have to do a lot. So yeah, and sometimes it gets in the way of my recording schedule, but yeah, so I'm just going to be changing my uploading schedule to like one video every other day. So yeah, but anyways, in this video I want to do a how to build, and this video is mostly directed towards the Pokemon audience, or the people who really like to play Pokemon. But if you're trying to get into Pokemon, I'd consider watching this video, because I can try and explain what the cards do and things like that as we go along. Anyways, with this particular deck, I don't know, it's just in kind of a dark rye box that my friend gave me a long time ago. But yeah, so I call this deck is a 20-20-20, and if you don't know what that is, it basically means there's 20 Pokemon, 20 energies, and 20 trainer supporter cards inside one deck. These decks are they're pretty useful. And if you're wondering why it's a 20-20-20 deck, is because there's lots of different ways you can add or count to 60, and 20-20-20 is an easier way. But in the actual game of Pokemon, or in the trading card game, you're only allowed to have 60 cards. So yeah, in your deck. But anyways, here, let's dump out these cards, and we're gonna get straight into this video. Alright, so I wasn't overly prepared, because I didn't really want to lay out the cards, you know, because that kind of will take a little while. But I have found this deck to be pretty useful. It's really effective. Again, like if you're playing, you know, along with your friend, this deck can be useful. It's more of like a strategy kind of deck. Like you have to draw the right cards in order to get the full potential out of this deck, which is kind of something that I don't particularly like about this deck. But if you draw the correct cards, this deck is overpowered. And that's what I was shooting for. But it all comes down to your shuffle and cut. I can explain that later. But anyways, let's see. So as we kind of move through this deck, I'm gonna kind of put these cards into piles, and I'll try and count them out. Now, there's a chance I might come out short for some reason, because for some reason cards have been kind of teleporting on me lately, but other than that, that's fine. So let's see, we've got Trainer, Pokemon, Energy, Trainer, Pokemon, Supporter, Trainer, Supporter, Pokemon, Trainer, Pokemon. Oh, and by the way, this is the Mega Metagross Pokemon that I have in card form in my game collection. So we have Pokemon, Energy, Pokemon, Trainer, Energy. Let's see, I'm gonna kind of zoom out a little bit. Energy, Trainer, Pokemon. This is the EX version of Metagross, or Mega Metagross, Trainer. And then Pokemon, Energy, Pokemon, Energy, Trainer, Pokemon, Trainer, Trainer, Supporter, Trainer, Energy, Pokemon, Trainer, Energy, Energy, Trainer, what the heck? Pokemon, Pokemon, Energy, Trainer, Energy, Pokemon, Energy, Energy, Trainer, Pokemon, Energy. Let's see, we're kind of getting down to the wire now. Trainer, Pokemon, Energy, Pokemon, Energy, 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 Pokemon. Alright, so now that we've kind of pulled apart this deck a little bit to kind of see what's, what makes this deck the deck. If you have all of these cards, which I don't want to list them in the description because that'll take absolutely forever, but the way I have this laid out is I have special energies, regular energies, special energies and regular energies. That's pretty much it. Because those energies tend to help a lot, okay? The special ones and things like that. If I were you, if you're building this deck and you happen to have a Mewtwo that has X-Ball, those of you who know what Mewtwo's X-Ball does, this explanation doesn't necessarily go for you, but this is going to count to all the other people who have watched this episode. X-Ball for Mewtwo does 20 damage for the number of energy cards that you have on your Pokemon and the opponent's. So, if you throw down a whole bunch of energies on Mewtwo, and your opponent has a whole bunch of energies and you're slowly building them up, then this card, you can instantly knock out any Pokemon on your opponent's team. It's just a matter of throwing energies and luck of whatever your opponent does, and potions. So yeah, that's why I'd add special energies like double colorless, because this is a double colorless and it takes two of any energy to activate this move. But yeah, so I'd use double colorless, or I'd collect together a whole bunch of double colorless, and then now this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Whatever you've based your deck off of, like if you added in a whole bunch of blend energies, double colorless, and basic energies of this type, or like of what you've based your deck off of, it can be a combined or just a plain, one type deck. I did kind of a blend of types, which is like electric, steel, and psychic, I believe. I think I also did a normal type in there too, somewhere. But yeah, so I based this deck off of electric, psychic, metal, and yeah, that's about that for the Pokemon in this deck, and what their types are. Now, I'm sorry if I sound, or I'm sorry if this is like, if I'm kind of beating around a bush with this. What I want to do is I want to try and go into like a breakdown in 3 different videos and go through why I picked these types of cards. Because, there's a lot of meat into what what a deck should be. But anyways, I'm just going to talk about the trainer cards real quick because those are really important to a deck. You're going to want to have a balance of potions and revives because those are very useful if you've got specialty Pokemon. And if you remember back when I first started this video, I was telling you that this is a strategy deck, okay? It is because you have the Super Rod, first ticket, energy retrievals, you've got your Colress machines, switches, energy searches, evoluters, potions, Cynthia's feelings, Buck's training, all of that stuff. Because as you face your opponents, they're going to have their tactics to beat you, and you're going to have your tactics to beat them. If you pull a card that doesn't necessarily help out your cause, what I have found very helpful is if your hand is full and you can't do anything else. What's going to happen is if you have like a Super Rod card, during your turn, you can search your discard pile, okay, of cards that might help. The Super Rod in this case says shuffle 3 in any combination of Pokemon basic energy card and basic energy cards from your discard pile back into your deck. Now, when it says that, it's basically telling you have a chance to draw these cards again, okay, after you've, picked them and shuffled them back into your deck. That's where the strategy comes into play here, is because you don't know if you're going to draw that card that you need, unless you have a tactic to shuffle, so that your card is a little closer to the top, or if you can kind of manipulate the person into cutting it cutting your deck just so, just so you get your card. Well, this deck is harder to explain because it took me about 3 hours to put this together just because I had to decide. If you draw a first ticket, that basically allows you to go first, and you get to overrule the coin toss, which is something that can be very effective if you've drawn good cards, okay, because then you can get the first attack in and then deal a lot of damage, despite the fact that you can only place down 1 energy a turn, which is why you're going to want to put in double colorless energies. Of course, you have your potions. Be wise with these. Okay, everybody has their own balance when it comes to potions, trainers, and things like that, and supporters, of course. Everybody has their own balance. You just kind of have to figure that out as you battle. But my balance is to have enough supporters to the point where you feel, or to the point where I felt sufficient with, supporters. I've only put in a couple supporters, like a Mom's Kindness, that will give me 2 extra cards. I put in a Cynthia's Feelings, Buck's Training, and another Mom's Kindness. Because I've found those cards to be very effective. And I think you guys will too if you are into building decks a lot. Because those cards help a ton, because you can draw cards, and sometimes those cards will give you like plus 10 attack damage on just anything. So yeah, that's why when I say if you have your balance between supporters, trainers, and item cards, okay? I will reiterate again, you have your balance. Find your balance with these, because your deck revolves around everything in card-wise. I'm going to leave you with this. Choice of cards is vital. You need to have a game plan before you build your deck. I'd suggest going through your energies and trainers first, okay? And if you have a basic idea of what you want to base your Pokemon off of, or what type your deck is going to be, that's how you know if you are going to need a whole bunch of blend energies or double colorless, like with my Mewtwo, because those help a lot. And then you're also going to figure out as you go what kind of trainer cards you need. So I'm going to leave you with that information. I will go